Hello everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. Welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome to the mess. This is still a booktube channel, but I'm also trying to kind of branch out and do other things that I love. So one of my favorite fandoms that I've been in since before I was born is Disney. So, I'm a big Disney nerd. So I figured I would do some Disney videos for you guys because it just seems like fun, and Disney is something I love to talk about, so why not? So I hope you guys like these. I have some Disney tags that I'm going to do. So this first one is just called the Disney tag. So without any further ado, let's get into the questions, and I'm going to try to remember. If I forget, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to try to remember to leave the questions in the description below when I post this. So, first question. A scene in any Disney movie you wish you could experience? It's a great question. A scene in any Disney movie. What's one of my favorite scenes? I could be stereotypical and say Belle when she gets the library. Because yes, please. But also, I would say, Jasmine when they go on Magic Carpet and sing A Whole New World, although I hate flying. But in this scenario that's hypothetical and will never happen, I would say that I would be okay with it. So, it's a tie between those two. Or, I'm adding a third, or the lantern scene from Tangled. To be able to go on a boat like that through the water while those lanterns are everywhere. Oh. So it's a tie between those three. Yep. An unforgettable experience moment you've had at the parks. So many. So many. I would say this one time we went to downtown Disney just for a while. I lived in California with my family for like 6 years. We lived in Southern California, so we were like an hour, 2 hours from Disneyland. So sometimes we just go down to downtown Disney for like the afternoon and hang out and shopping, get food and stuff. So one time we went down there for my mom's birthday and we had dinner and it was so fun. And then we decided to do some shopping in the hotel gift shops like we always do. And we ended up at which one were we in? The Disneyland Resort, I think, the original one. And we were walking around, and I mean, we'd walked around it a million times before. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, like the walls that have all the history of Disney on them and like his stories and stuff, like that area, we always did that. But this time we ran into a wonderful cast member. We were upstairs by the ballroom where they have like the weddings and stuff. So we were up there just kind of looking at the pictures. And I have had an obsession with ballrooms for a long time. Probably influenced by Disney, if we're being honest. I don't really know. It's just something I'm always obsessed with ballrooms. So I just find them so like romantic and just exciting. I don't know. So, we were walking down the halls, and I think they'd probably had like a, what do you call it? I almost said intervention. It's not the same thing. They probably had like a event of some kind, in the ballroom, so the doors were still open. And I just kind of like walked by, like peeked inside as much as I could. I didn't want to get in trouble if I wasn't allowed to like be in the doorway. But this cast member walked by and we told him that I'd always wanted to see a Disney ballroom. So he let us like just walk barely in because they were cleaning up from an event. So I didn't want to be in their way. But I got to walk in a little bit and see kind of like the layout and stuff and just look around. That was really, really cool for me. Very exciting. I will never forget it. And then also that same trip, this cast member that showed me the ballroom gave us some history of Walt Disney and the hotel itself. Walked around, showed us some pictures, and gave us stories behind the pictures, and it was just really, really cool. And yeah, it was very, very exciting and very cool to just like hear that history. I know a lot about Disney history already, but like some extra stories and like behind the scenes things was really cool. So that will always have a special place in my heart. What non-Disney songs remind you or bring back memories of Disney and or the parks? What non-Disney songs? I don't think any non-Disney songs remind me of the parks that I can think of right now. What non-Disney songs remind me of the parks? I don't know. I guess like older, like what's it? Not ragtime, but like a certain era, like of songs that they play in like California Adventure and stuff like that. Those songs will remind me of like California Adventure. But I can't think of any like specific songs. When was the first time you went to a Disney park? Funny that this question's on here. I technically went before I was born. I love to tell the story. I went when my mom was pregnant with me. When she was pregnant with me, they went to Disney. I don't know for how long. I don't remember. I don't know any of that stuff because I wasn't born yet. But I just know they've told me stories and I've seen pictures and stuff. So technically, my first trip was before I was born, which is why I was born with Disney in my veins. And I am proud to say that. I've grown up in a very Disney family, and I couldn't be proud. More proud. I couldn't be prouder. What am I saying? I can't talk. Yeah. I couldn't be prouder that I'm from a Disney family. So, there you go. If you could choose any Disney character to be your best friend, who would you choose? Oof, another great question. Joy from Inside Out would be fun. She's always happy and positive, so I feel like she would bring good vibes. Who else? I feel like Mike and Sully would be really fun to be friends with. I love Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. is my #1 favorite Pixar movie, if anybody's wondering. That might actually be a question on here, I'm not sure. But I love Monsters, Inc. so much. And yes, I do also love Monsters University. It's so good. Who doesn't love a good, like, what's the word? Prequel to the story. Like, heck yeah. Who are your favorite Disney princesses? Okay. I'm going to try to keep this to a small list, but it's going to be hard. Belle, Jasmine, Aurora, and can't think. Belle, Jasmine, Aurora, and Rapunzel. They're my top 4. Name a scene or a moment in any Disney movie that never fails to make you cry. Cool. I can't even watch Lion King, like that scene, at all. Whenever I watch Lion King with anyone, I have to leave the room when that scene happens, so it doesn't really make me cry anymore because I just don't watch it. Obviously if I watched it, it would make me cry, but I just don't watch it anymore. So, what is seen in a Disney movie that makes me cry every time? It's a great question. A lot of scenes in Tarzan make me cry. Tarzan really gets me. Tarzan makes me cry a lot. Inside Out. Bing Bong. The scene with Bing Bong, if you know, you know. That scene makes me cry. Yeah. It really makes me cry. What is the first Disney movie you remember seeing? It's a great question. I don't know. What's the first Disney movie I remember seeing? Probably Lion King? Maybe? Maybe Lion King or Toy Story? I don't remember which one, but one of those is probably it. What is your favorite Disney movie? My favorite Disney movie, not Pixar. My favorite Disney movie. It's so hard. I have so many favorites. There's so many favorites. It's not even funny. Um, I don't know. It's so hard. I guess I'll just say Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. Tied. And I have to stop tying things, but you know, it's hard. Who is your favorite Disney villain? My favorite Disney villain. Oh. Who's my favorite Disney villain? Again, that's hard. There's so many good ones. I guess Mother Gothel? But also... Oh, that's hard. That's really, really hard. I don't know. I'll say Mother Gothel because she's very sassy and I like that. What is your least favorite Disney movie? There's a lot of like classics that I haven't seen. Let me see my least favorite. This is gonna be a controversial one. My least favorite is Up. Oh, that's Pixar though, isn't it? You can't use that one. It doesn't say Pixar, it says Disney. My least favorite Disney movie. Well, if I can say modern ones, then I would say the remake of Snow White with Rachel Zegler. Haven't seen it, will not be seeing it. I will watch the original one. That's all I need. And yeah, I refuse to watch Rachel Zegler's Snow White. So I think that's a fair one to say. What is your favorite Disney song? I have so many. Go the Distance is one off the top of my head. Go the Distance is one of my favorite Disney songs of all time, and I will scream it every time I hear it. I'll Make a Man Out of You. It's also a great one. I'll do my top 3. Another one that I love is Pirate's Life for me. That's a fun one. What Disney character has your personality or has your dream personality? Oof. My dream personality, that's interesting. I like to think that I'm a lot like Belle. Personality wise, I just that's how I see myself. Yeah. So my dream personality though, I guess, would be having the confidence of Gaston. That'd be interesting. I don't have that level of confidence. I really don't. But that would be nice, I guess. If you could change any scene in a Disney movie, what would it be and why? The scene with Big Mom. Hello. I'd change that scene. Absolutely, I would. If you had to get, last question. If you had to get stuck on any Disney ride in any Disney park for more than 30 minutes, what would you want it to be? Okay, so I'm going to give an answer and then I'm going to give a story on this because it's hilarious. Actually, I have 2 stories on this. One time, one of our recent trips, we got stuck on Pirates for how long? Like 15 minutes at least. It was a long time. And we were right in the middle of the show scene where we were right before you get to the, what's her name? The red, no, what's her name? The new pirate. That's like, ladies want their own. Like that character. What's her name? I can't think of her name now. We were right before her show scene. So we were at the scene where they're trying to get this guy to tell them like what he knows, whatever. And this wife just keeps saying, "Don't be chicken." Like, come on, like, how does she say it? I don't know, but there's something in that scene where my mom and I will now quote, "No, no, no, no," all the time. Because we're sitting in that show scene and all we could hear over and over was, "No, no, no, no," from that scene. So we say that to each other a lot. And every time we go on Pirates, we repeat it constantly. So it's just like a funny memory. And then I'll give a story on this. So also when I was a kid, I don't remember how old I was when this happened. I had to be like pretty young, like probably under 10. Cut this out. At least under 10. And we went to Disneyland. We used to go like every summer. Summer break we would go. And we went on Alice in Wonderland, which is one of my favorite dark rides in Fantasyland. I love that ride so much, and I love that movie so much. And I just love Alice. So, excuse me, cut that out. I just love that ride and that movie so much. So we did the ride, and it was all 4 of us, me, my mom, dad, and sister. And we got stuck on it. So we got stuck on like the outside on like the leaves. So that was fun. We had to evacuate, and we evacuated right on the scene with the what's her name? My mind is skipping on these characters' names. Queen of Hearts. We got to the scene where she was screaming off their head. So we stopped at that animatronic, and I think it was still, no, it wasn't working. It turned off. So all the characters, like the animatronics, were off, and we were walking through the ride, and the cast member and I think my mom and dad were telling me like, "Oh, shake the Queen of Hearts' hand, like go shake her hand." And it's like this scene where she's like, "Off with your head." And I just remember being like, I don't want anything to do with her right now. Like, get me out of here. I don't want to shake her hand. But it was really funny. That's a great memory. And every time I go on that ride, I think of that time that we were stuck on Alice. So we had to walk like down the staircase, like inside the ride. And it was very interesting. But yeah. So that was the time that we had to evacuate from Alice in Wonderland, and I had to shake the Queen of Hearts' hand. Memories I'll never forget. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that these were some fun stories. I know I'll never forget them. But if you guys have any funny stories or memories from Disney, please do share them in the comments below. And also give me your top 4 favorite princesses and your top 4 favorite princes in the comments. I'm really curious to see those. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you.